Yo, what's good? I want to talk about something. It's very short, but it's a very important video. So the other day, I've played in a Discord. Of course, me being OD, you know every detail I say. I joined Discord. I actually met him in a Uzi's Discord. Actually, I asked for a standard. He said sure. No, I'm probably fat. It's probably fat. And then yeah, probably sure. And then I got in there, and then yeah, he's pretty cool. Him and his buddies play. He has a one IRL, and then after that, for a while, we five stacked, and then yeah. But here's my experience. I can say this: the experience was pretty good, and I say this because they were all PC. And one of his brothers, the guy, he was I think console, but he hasn't played in like what he said like months, so he was like damn near new. So it was a fun experience. I got my first 2K, and then the guy kind of starting to stroke me. You get what I mean? Like, oh my gosh, Khan got 2 kills, but I guess it was the way how I did it. It was just like super cool, and then the fact that I'm console, so it was cooler. And yeah. And just to add a little bit more detail, it was a chill vibe, honestly, not gonna lie. And then me personally, I say for myself in this small way because, bro, I don't know why. Every time I join a stack and then like we're all calming, I just seem like to tune out and I just do my own thing. I don't know why. It's a bad habit of me. But this is why I'm actually here. So you chopping it up, and I asked these guys a very, very, very important question. I asked these guys, are you the type of guys to make racist jokes? And you may say, wait, what? What do you mean? How would you ask that? Like, that's a dumb question. Think about it. That type of question is like a would you rather question, you know? And to make it even deeper, that is a humor meter. That is how far their humor would get. And let me just back them up. I'm not gonna lie. And I'm not saying these guys are racist, but they're the type of racist where like they're clearly joking about it, but they would not antagonize people with it. I say this because one of the guys, he was like, hell no, I wouldn't do that because he doesn't understand like the concept of like someone getting hurt over a word or someone being mean in a way of using words, something around those lines. And then his buddy, yes, his buddy, he was like, hell no, I'm all for it, you know. And then it was a joke. He said, he was like, if you drop like a Dodge Challenger 2016, I know you're black. I'm like, what? It was funny, but like it shows like their humor meter, you know, like that's how far they will go with their jokes, you know. And then it's very important too because if you are not comfortable with that type of joke, don't hang around those people. Don't find yourself finding those people, you know. And then you would want to be comfortable, of course, being in your own little, you know, stack. And I'm not saying you should run around join a stack just to be racist. No, the point is like that's how you can see and test someone's or a group's humor meter. You know, like how far can they actually take a joke and not just be a complete dickhead versus actually genuinely being that type of person and being unhinged and being really respectable about being unhinged. Understand? And I know he was genuine because he goes along the lines of saying, okay, yeah, like I'm all for it, but you know, I'm not gonna be a complete shithead about it. You know, like I do like to make jokes like that, but I'm not gonna be a total dickhead. You know, and I thought it was cool and also funny that okay, these guys actually have like a humor meter. Like they're willing to get racist amongst each other and their friends, just have a quick laugh. Yeah, but you know, like always, have fun. GG's.